Welcome to God, girl. Let's get it.
It's a little, okay, that they have quietly separated. This ain't their first separation though, okay? Every time they get, into they fight and,
It all started with a lyric. One bold line that sent the entire internet into a frenzy. I just followed Angela Simmons. Boy, I got a crush on Angela Simmons. With that one bar in his 2015 hit Down in the DM, Yo Gotti didn't just shoot his shot. He launched a full-court press with the whole world watching. It wasn't subtle, it wasn't hidden, it was a full-on public declaration of interest, and people loved it. Fans were hyped, rooting for Gotti like he was the underdog in a rom-com. But while Gotti was out here dropping lyrics and hearts, Angela, she hit him with radio silence. No reply, no repost, not even an emoji, just straight-up scene zone energy. The silence made things even juicier. Was she playing hard to get? Was she unimpressed? Or was something already happening behind the scenes that nobody knew about? Either way, the mystery only added fuel to the fire. Because while Gotti was laying it all out there, Angela stayed cool, composed, and impossible to read. And that's what made everyone watch even closer.
Turned music mogul Yo Gotti have quietly gone their separate ways, Brad. They say Angela felt like, honey, she was putting in more effort than she was getting back, honey. Now, they're saying Yo Gotti's schedule was nonstop, studios, business, appearances, and she started out feeling like she wasn't a priority. And when a woman don't feel like she's a priority, she needs to...
For a while, it looked like Gotti was just shouting into the void. Angela wasn't responding, and fans figured the crush was one-sided. But then something shifted. Quietly, low-key, Angela started giving just enough to keep people guessing. She invited Gotti to the launch party for her FFG brand, and this wasn't some mass invite with 100 industry names. Gotti showed up solo, cameras flashing, and the two of them looked way too cozy to pass off as just casual acquaintances. Suddenly, the public silence started feeling more like a cover for something private. The speculation exploded online. Were they already talking behind the scenes? Was Angela starting to fold after years of Gotti's persistence? The pictures didn't lie. There was energy there. Still, Angela played it cool, publicly denying anything romantic was going on. She framed it as mutual respect, business support, two grown professionals showing love. Gotti, to his credit, echoed the same message in interviews. He admitted he was trying, sending flowers, dropping thoughtful gestures, but said Angela wasn't going for it. That just made people more invested. Gotti seemed genuine, even vulnerable, and Angela? She remained a question mark wrapped in calm. And that tension between public rejection and private possibility? It kept everyone watching like a slow burn movie you can't stop even if you wanted to.
little, okay, that they have quietly separated. This ain't their first separation though, okay? Every time they get, into they fight and, we get word. And so apparently this is real this time and they haven't announced. And I'm just trying to figure out why they didn't announce. They don't announce everything else.
Just when it seemed like Gotti had finally accepted defeat, he did something nobody saw coming. He moved on. At least, that's what it looked like. Enter Yaya Sandoval. She wasn't just a random name in the mix. She made it Instagram official, posting a cozy New Year's photo with Gotti that screamed New Year, New Love. Fans were confused but intrigued. Was the Gotti and Angela saga finally over? Had he really let go after all these years? Yaya sure thought so. When someone slid into her comments asking, "I thought he had a crush on Angela," she fired back with, "Not no mo." Mic drop. But the internet wasn't convinced, and for good reason. Just 2 weeks later, 2 weeks, Gotti flipped the script again. He was done with Yaya, just like that. No explanations, no warnings. And right around the same time, Angela ended things with boxer Daniel Jacobs. The timing was suspiciously perfect, almost like a door closed just to crack another one open. People started connecting dots real quick. After nearly 7 years of one-sided admiration, maybe, just maybe, the door was finally opening for Gotti. And this time, it looked like Angela might actually be ready to step through it. And then it happened. The moment fans had been waiting on for nearly a decade. Gotti and Angela went public. Not in a soft launch, subtle hand-holding kind of way. No, they popped out hard. Matching outfits, red carpet appearances, flirty vacation photos, and Instagram captions that made it crystal clear they weren't hiding anymore. Suddenly, the couple that felt like a long-running will-they-won't-they saga turned into the power pair everyone was talking about. Angela started glowing in interviews, calling Gotti one of her biggest inspirations. She talked about peace, happiness, and finally being in a relationship that felt right. And Gotti, he looked like the man who had finally won the prize he'd chased for years. Everything about them screamed soft era, luxury love, and stability. Angela even hinted at marriage, saying she wasn't rushing anything but wasn't close to it either. When it's right, she said, smiling like someone who'd finally found her rhythm. It was giving fairy tale ending, but only for a moment. Because even with all the love, attention, and public affection, something darker was brewing beneath the surface. And it was only a matter of time before it came crashing through their picture-perfect bubble.
Yeah, he came to my event.
We saw he gave you some flowers.
Yeah, they were really nice.
But y'all not together?
No.
He shot his shot, though.
He's a nice guy, and I'm flattered by everything, but we're not.
Yeah,
He said he was really in your DMs, so did he really?
I didn't see, because I don't really check my DMs.
You don't
I get a
follow
bunch
him.
of them. But I didn't see.
Yeah, you get a bunch of them, I'm sure.
I just didn't see it.
So y'all want to notice in your DMs, Angela.
Angela, let's see your DMs right now. Can we take a look?
I don't have my phone.
Great answer.
It started as a whisper, barely a rumor at first. Gotti had been spotted in Vegas, not with Angela, but with someone else. A nurse, they said. The two were seen together at the Aria Hotel, looking real familiar. When the story hit the blogs, Gotti's team moved quick, claiming he and Angela were on a break at the time. Technically not cheating, but let's be honest, nobody was buying that. The timeline was messy, the vibes were off, and fans could feel it. Angela, known for keeping her cool, started showing signs that something wasn't sitting right. Insiders claimed she felt like she was putting in more than she was getting back. Gotti's schedule was non-stop, studio sessions, appearances, business deals. But Angela was starting to feel like an afterthought. And when a woman feels like she's not a priority, it's only a matter of time before she walks. The Vegas incident cracked the glass, but what came next? That would shatter it completely. Then came the rumor that sent shockwaves through the timeline. Word was, that same nurse from Vegas? She was expecting. And not just maybe. Allegedly, Gotti was about to have a whole new baby with her. The internet lit up. Fans started piecing together the timeline, and it didn't look good. This wasn't some casual encounter. This looked like a full-on secret relationship that had been happening behind the scenes while Gotti was publicly playing the devoted boyfriend. And the worst part, all this came out right after Gotti had gone all out for Angela's birthday, reportedly dropping close to $500,000 on luxury gifts. A rare Birkin bag, a diamond-studded watch. He pulled out all the stops to show her she was the one. But now people were asking, was it love or was it guilt? Was he celebrating her or covering something up? Suddenly, everything felt fake. And Angela? She wasn't about to stay quiet about it. Angela didn't just pack her bags and leave, she reportedly lost it. Sources say she confronted Gotti in a way that left no doubt she was done. Some insiders even claim she flipped out behind closed doors. Furious, heartbroken, and done holding it together. And who could blame her? She'd already forgiven him once before for being involved with someone else. She believed he'd changed. She trusted again. And this time, when it looked like they were solid, he turned around and did the exact same thing. Again. All while acting like he was ready to build something real. It wasn't just betrayal. It was disrespect on every level. The pain wasn't just emotional. It was public. And Angela, who had tried so hard to protect her peace, finally cracked. But just when fans thought the mess was over, a whole new wave of controversy hit. And this time, it had nothing to do with relationships. Gotti's name got caught up in the storm surrounding the tragedy involving fellow rapper Young Dolph. As court proceedings unfolded, one of the men involved pointed a finger, not at Gotti directly, but at his brother, Juk. The testimony claimed Juk offered a large sum of money related to what happened, and the details were wild. Allegedly, the payout didn't even come close to what was promised. The situation had people shook. Now, let's be clear, Gotti wasn't charged or named in any official capacity, but his silence, combined with how close he is to his brother, had fans raising eyebrows. Suddenly, this wasn't just about cheating scandals. People started worrying about Angela's safety. Online, the vibe shifted from gossip to concern. Folks were telling Angela, "Protect your peace, sis." Because when someone gets caught up in something that deep, even indirectly, it can get dangerous fast. And with Angela's son also in the picture, the stakes felt even higher. Even through all of that, Angela stayed. She didn't walk away at the first sign of drama. She kept it classy, stayed loyal, and tried to hold it together. She defended Gotti when fans came for him. She stood beside him when his name was getting tossed around in messy headlines. But the final blow? It wasn't the court rumors or the alleged affair. It was what came after. Gotti, the man who'd chased Angela for years, allegedly went right back to his ex and started a whole new family. Just like that. After all the effort, all the healing, all the years of trust building, he flipped the script like none of it mattered. Fans were stunned. They'd watched this love story unfold for years, only for it to end in the most disrespectful way possible. It didn't just feel like betrayal, it felt like erasure. Like Angela had given him everything, and got nothing in return but chaos. So now we're here. After 7 years of chasing, after one of the most public slow burns in hip-hop history, the fairy tale ending turned into a full-blown cautionary tale. Angela gave him love, trust, support, through it all. And what did she get back? Headlines, heartbreak, and a front-row seat to a love story that collapsed. The second things got real. But here's the real question. Was Angela just another chapter in Gotti's playbook? Or did he fumble the only one who ever really held him down? Some fans say she's finally done for good. Others think there's still a chance she'll give him one more shot. But after everything, one thing is clear. This story isn't over. Not by a long shot. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Angela stay gone for good? Or is this just another pause before round 3? Smash that like button if this story had you hooked, and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. Because in their world, the drama never sleeps.